What's up, guys? Today we are going to be watching Shane Dawson's conspiracy theory. What's this one called? Popular 2017 conspiracy theories. Should be his newest one if you guys watch. So, we aren't going to be using these because we're not watching anything funny. So, I'm happy about that. But I just want to watch. See how all this is. So, without further ado, let me make this a tad smaller. Right there. There we go. Here we go. Oh. Disclaimer. All of the conspiracy theories in this video are just theories. I am not stating that any of them are fact. It is for entertainment purposes and not meant to harm anyone or any company. Thank you, Shane.
Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, welcome back to another conspiracy theory video. Now, 2017 has been the year of some of the craziest conspiracy theories of all time. But today we're going to be focusing more on the creepy ones. And we're going to start with the theory that the iPhone might be examining your nudes. Now, recently the iPhone X came out, and of course there were so many theories about it, most of which involved the very scary Face ID.
It projects and analyzes more than 30,000 invisible dots on your face to create a very, very, very precise map.
No! I do not like that. But what I'm about to talk about isn't even regarding the iPhone X. This is something that's probably happening with whatever generation iPhone you have. So recently this tweet went viral. Attention all girls. Go to your photos and type in brassiere. Why are Apple saving these and made it a folder? And then a bunch of shocked faces. So then people took out their phones, went to their photo albums, and searched bra. And it was true. A category called brassiere popped up on everyone's phones. And then people started screenshotting their brassiere albums and posting them online. I mean, this girl posted hers, and there were tons of pictures of her having sex and changing. And then this girl posted hers, and there were once again pictures of her changing and being in a bra. So this wasn't even a theory. This is real. Your iPhone is saving every picture you have that shows your bra. So of course people started freaking out because they're like, why is this an option? Why is the iPhone saving my bra pictures? Well, then Apple came out and said, hey, no, it's not just bra, it's a bunch of words. iOS is designed to take advantage of the powerful processor built into every iPhone and iPad. So when you search your photos, for instance, all the face recognition and scene and object detection are done completely on your device. So basically what that means is you can search a lot of different words and your iPhone will categorize all the photos. So then I went to my phone and I decided to try it out. Now, I don't have any bra pictures, so I just started with the letter A. And then boom, all these categories popped up. Apparel, Los Angeles, animal, apparatus, August, April, ale houses. And on and on. So here's where it gets weird. So I started doing every letter of the alphabet because I was just curious what was gonna pop up. I can't believe I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna blur it. I put in the letter P and the only category was pig. And then when I clicked on the pig album, it was my nudes. Apple literally saw my naked body and said, pig. Oh my god, I just snorted. Maybe Apple's right. Listen, all I'm saying is this whole thing is creepy. The fact that your phone can go through all of your pictures and detect every single item inside of it. And also for the pig thing, you f***ed up for that, Apple. Alright, now this next theory is in the same vein as the last one, but almost creepier. And that is the theory that Facebook is listening to you. So everybody knows that when you go on Facebook, there's going to be a bunch of ads. And the ads are usually related to things you search or Google or buy on Amazon. But then sometimes an ad will pop up that you've never searched for, but you've just kind of talked about. So because this was happening so often to people, this one couple decided to do an experiment. They decided that they were going to leave their Facebook open on their phone and talk out loud about buying cat food.
So we're going to do a test here. And all day, we're going to talk about cat food. Because we don't have any cats. We never search for cats. Especially cat food. So let's find out.
So then they just started randomly talking about cat food all day around their phone.
Cat food? Because I could use some cat food.
Well, the cat is almost out of food, so...
we might need some cat food.
We should buy some cat food.
And then guess what happened 2 days later?
And there you have it. Cat food. So I guess Facebook does listen. Oh, by the way, this came in 2 days later, I think.
How? How does that happen? Why does that happen? Have they hacked your microphone? Have they hacked everything? Now, of course, after this went viral and everybody started freaking out about it, somebody at Facebook said this. I run ads product at Facebook. We don't and have never used your microphone for ads. Just not true. I don't know. Listen, I don't believe him. But who knows? Maybe he's not lying. Either way, I am definitely going to do an experiment in a future video and see if it works. Okay, now this next theory we're going to talk about involves one of the craziest things I've ever seen on TV. That's right, Wendy Williams passing out.
How you doing? Halloween costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started.
Watch.
Our first caress.
I know, literally one of the scariest things I've ever seen. I couldn't believe that people were like making jokes and laughing about it right away. When I saw it, I was terrified. First of all, let's talk about how it looked. First, she gets this look on her face like she's terrified. It was almost like something inside of her head snapped. Then she goes to touch the side of her head right before she crashes to the ground. Now, Wendy and her people are claiming that she was just dehydrated.
Wow.
Apparently, I was dehydrated, according to the paramedics. And instead of drinking regular water, I had electrolyte drinks. And then, I went to my own doctors, and I'm fine.
And then when people were saying, then why were you touching your head like it hurt? She said she was trying to hold up her crown.
So for people watching, when they saw me, put my hand up, it's because I'm trying to make sure my crown is there.
Now, of course, a lot of people online are saying, oh wow, this is like a metaphor. Wendy Williams fainting while dressed as the Statue of Liberty is the perfect metaphor for 2017. And of course, a lot of people are saying, oh, it was an Illuminati thing, or she was a clone and then she got turned off. But for the most part, a lot of people are saying that it seemed fake. Now, one of the main reasons people think it looks fake is because her eyes never closed or rolled back into her head, which is what happens when you pass out. And if you look at it side by side with somebody who's actually passing out from dehydration, it's different. One of them has their eyes rolled back in their heads. So why would it have been fake? Why would they have planned this? This is where it gets dark.
Every single time a big event happens, they say that the Kardashians, Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn when a really crazy shooting just happened.
Now, this YouTuber goes on to mention all the other crazy things that have happened in pop culture that seem to distract us from things that were happening in the world. I mean, we've talked about it before. People genuinely think that Britney Spears was hired by the George Bush administration to do crazy things to distract us from what was going on in the White House. So basically, anytime George Bush and his people would fuck up or do something wrong, Britney Spears would go crazy and shave her head. And then everybody would be focusing on that rather than what was actually going on in the world. And then after she shaved her head and started wearing a wig, she would start publicly saying things about George Bush like this.
Honestly, I think we should just trust our president in every decision that he makes, and we should just support that, and be faithful in what happens.
Do you trust this president?
Yes, I do.
Now clearly, it wouldn't be crazy to think that they're working together. Well, then that YouTuber goes on to remind us what happened at the same time as Wendy's passing out.
Wendy Williams passed out on her show the day the Manhattan shooting, the terrorist attack.
Yeah, Wendy passed out literally at the same time there was a very awful terrorist attack in New York.
It just kind of makes sense, and Wendy Williams all of a sudden just fainted on this specific day when something happened. So most people that would be watching TV and stuff, pay attention to the news, no, they're gonna go watch and see what the f happened. What did she look like when she fainted?
Now listen, I know this is intense, but she's not wrong. I mean, that entire day, the #1 trending topic and Twitter moment was not the shooting in New York. It was Wendy Williams, and why did she pass out on live TV? Seriously, every single Twitter moment was about Wendy Williams. I mean, people stopped talking about that New York terrorist attack in like 2 seconds, which is crazy. Oh, but don't worry, we got 24/7 news coverage of Wendy Williams why she passed out. So was that a distraction? Was that planned? I don't personally think so, but I mean, it definitely looks sketchy. Okay, let's lighten it up for a second and talk about something stupid. Now, we haven't talked about Poppy in a while, but I have been getting so many people requesting me to bring this up. A clip surfaced of Poppy back in 2015 on the Disney show Jessie, and she did not look like Poppy. I know, weird, right? Like to see her not like but just like a normal girl in the background with a normal girl haircut and a normal girl face weirds me out. Well, even weirder. Supposedly, Poppy is friends with Debbie Ryan, who was the star of Jessie. There's even a video of them like hanging out while Poppy is making a video. So then it makes you think, Debbie Ryan, Disney Channel, evil, Illuminati, Poppy, Illuminati and evil. What if Disney Channel is behind it? Or what if Poppy got her inspiration from the Disney Channel and saw what was going on with Jessie behind the scenes and was like, I'm gonna write some music about this. Either way, it is just weird to see Poppy not being Poppy. Ugh. Okay, so this next thing we're gonna talk about is unfortunately something we've been talking about so much lately, and that is more child molesters being exposed. So as you know, Kevin Spacey has been outed as a child molester. So many actors have come out lately saying that he touched them inappropriately when they were underage. And it wasn't even just young guys, it was any guy. Well, Kevin Spacey's own brother came out and said this. His fans love the sinister characters he plays, but he's not acting. That's really him. In reality, he was a monster. His own brother, who probably knows him better than anybody, literally just said he's a monster. Now, this is something Hollywood has known about forever. And Seth MacFarlane has even joked about it on Family Guy years ago.
$10, $5, $8 and I'll do it. Fine. Help! I've escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement! Help me!
But I told you a few months back in a conspiracy video that there are so many child molesters in Hollywood that are protected. And Kevin Spacey was one of them. I knew. Like, I had heard the stories, but I was too afraid to say anything because it wasn't like directly connected to me, like it didn't happen to me. But I knew he was one of the guys that was out there possibly molesting people. And then it got exposed. And that is just the beginning. Okay, now let's end this video with something fun and lighthearted because this is just too much. So a while ago we talked about movie posters that look identical to each other. But I have learned recently that it is not just movie posters. I got an email from a fan named Macy, and she said, hey Shane, have you ever looked into the fact that there's a bunch of album covers that look the same? And oh my god! I'm just gonna take you through a few of these, and you're literally not gonna believe it. First we have Zayn and Lil Wayne. Literally the same album covers. Maybe it's intentional. I think it might be intentional, but either way, that's crazy. Then we have Beyonce and Ellie Goulding. Hair blowing in the wind, fur coat only covering your breasts but showing your belly button. Same cover. Then you have Bjork and Britney Spears. Same pose, same look into the camera. And then this one literally didn't even try to look different. You have No Doubt and Demi Lovato. Literally the same cover, the same font, the same colors. They just threw Demi in there. And even weirder, the No Doubt and Paramore album. They just changed it from red to orange. And the list goes on. Christina Aguilera looks just like Madonna's. Britney Spears looks just like Mariah Carey's. Earth, Wind & Fire looks just like Iron Maiden. And then there's these three albums that look identical and they're very strange. Yeah, all of these albums. Somebody holding a face in front of their own face. Then of course we have Michael Jackson and Madonna. But the one that weirds me out the most, that's like the closest, is this one. Yeah. Same pose, hand over the head, similar text on the sides of the body, the wind blowing the hair, literally the same cover. I mean, I don't know, were they intentional, were they accidents? Did some artist just say like, ooh, I really like that one, ooh, let's take it. I don't know, but either way, there's a ton of them and there's even more than I showed you today. But one of them that might be intentional is Taylor Swift's new album, Reputation. People are saying it's supposed to look similar to Kanye West's album, The Life of Pablo. Yeah, look at them side by side, the way the text is overlapping, the way it feels like newspaper columns. Is it intentional? Is Taylor Swift trying to get underneath Kanye's skin? Personally, I think yes. But either way, I guess we'll never know. Okay, now this last theory we're going to talk about is kind of a continuation of something we've been talking about a lot, and that is Kenneka Jenkins. Now, as we've talked about before, Kenneka Jenkins was a girl that was found in the freezer dead of a hotel. But things weren't adding up. It did not seem like she just walked in there alone. It seemed like possible murder. But they closed the case and now we just don't have answers. But then I started thinking about something and I remembered a story that happened a while back that's very similar to this. Let's talk about Elisa Lam. Now, as you might remember, Elisa Lam was the girl that was stumbling around a hotel and went into an elevator and started pressing all the buttons. Now, there was footage of her walking in and walking out of the elevator. It seemed like somebody was telling her what to do or guiding her. Huh, that sounds familiar. Kanika Jenkins stumbling around a hotel room. Security cameras are capturing it. She looks like she's being guided. Well, of course, Kanika was found dead in the freezer, and Elisa was found dead floating in the water tower on the roof of the hotel. But when both autopsies were done, not much was found.
And those answers, Mike, won't be coming for a while yet. We spoke with the LA coroner's office today, who told us the cause of death remains inconclusive, and finding out how Elisa Lam died will require more tests.
So both girls died in hotels under mysterious circumstances, and then the cases were both closed. Well, then I started looking into it, and I found that Elisa had a Tumblr page, and there was some disturbing stuff on it. In one of the posts before she died, she said, "I have arrived in La La Land, and there is a monstrosity of a building next to the place I'm staying." Then she said, "I'm going out tonight. I really hope no creeper comes near me." Then in one of her blog posts, she was complaining about a creepy guy being in her hotel. Now, when her body was found in that water tower, she was naked, she didn't have her phone, and there was even evidence of anal bleeding. Also, there was no way she could have gotten to that water tower alone.
Wow.
Like, literally. But they said the case was inconclusive and they closed it, and nobody else was involved with her death. So there's a theory that she did have a creepy stalker, and it was somebody that was watching her every move on her Tumblr page. And when she was saying she was afraid of a creeper and that she felt unsafe, those might have been true. Well, then you're probably thinking, why was she touching all the buttons in the elevator? Well, it's often said that young travelers are told to throw off their attacker. So if your elevator is hitting multiple floors, the attacker might not know which one you're on. I don't know. I think both cases are so similar. I mean, clearly Kanika had some assault happen to her, and clearly she was thrown into that freezer. And clearly Elisa had something very similar and was put in that water tower. But why? Was it just murders that the hotels were covering up because they didn't want people to be like, "Oh my God, this hotel's not safe, we can't stay here"? Or were the hotels in on it, and the goal was to preserve the bodies? I guess I'll just keep looking into it, but it looks like both cases are closed. Well, there you guys go.
That's
Hopefully you
sad.
enjoyed all of those creepy conspiracy theories today. If you like these conspiracy videos and you want more of them, please give me a thumbs up so I know. Also, if you want to show all your friends and the rest of the world how much you love conspiracies and how you're crazy just like me, well then head on over to my Amazon store and get my Illuminati pop socket. It'll show everybody that yes, you're crazy. Alright you guys, I'm gonna go. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell right down below because I make new videos every single day. And if you want to see all my other conspiracy videos, I've done a lot, I'll put a link to a playlist right down below. Alright you guys, remember, don't believe everything you see. Bye.
Well, that was actually a good video. I watched a little bit of that a couple months ago, but other than that, I haven't. So, oh well. So, if you guys did like this, make sure to hit that like button down below for more content like this. If you guys are all new to this channel, go down over on the side here and hit the subscribe button, wherever it's at. If you guys want to stay updated on whenever I upload a new video, hit that bell notification right next to the subscribe button. But other than that, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys had a great day, and catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out!